Hi everyone. This is for mostly for agents that are new to Fathom, but it's here also as a little reminder to those that have been with us for a while. I'm Mark Werlow. I'm the managing broker here, and just want to go over a couple of different things with you. So enjoy the video. It's worthwhile. It's got a lot of great information for you, and never feel like you can't give me a call or a text or an email or anything along those lines. All right. Thanks, and enjoy the video. As you're recorded, welcome to Fathom on the local level. As everybody knows, as you know, I'm Mark Werlow. I'm the managing broker or district director for the office. And so I wanted to go through something, just a short presentation for you. That way you can get a good feel for Fathom Realty and how I operate, things along these lines. Some of you already know a lot of this because you've talked to me extensively. Others, I just think it's great, great information. So new agent orientation. What is your broker doing for you? Well, you're going to see I work for, I do a good bit for you. So, just a little bit of the story of Fathom. In 2010, our founder, Josh Harley, founded Fathom Realty. And now, 12 years later, we're a public company with about 7,000 agents and just growing in great company. I've been with Fathom since January of 2015. And I wish I had known about Fathom and done some research because when I closed my business down in 2013 and merged with another company, this is what I should have done. So, what is Fathom's vision? So, first of all, to be the number one real estate brokerage in the U.S., offering full service model while providing our agents with the industry's best commission plans. Second, to continue to attract, hire, train, and retain only the very best realtors and to ensure our dominant brokerage position in the markets we service. As you know, I'm sure from different briefings that you've had and things that you've had within Fathom, we're one of the top private real estate firms in the country. And one of the reasons you're here is because when people asked me whether I wanted somebody of your caliber and who you were, I absolutely said yes. Three, to serve our agents with conviction that by helping our agents achieve their personal, business, and financial goals, Fathom will position itself as an industry leader. Four, to leverage our size and continued growth in order to provide more services and support to our agents while ensuring the long-term viability and ultimate success of this organization. So you see what our vision is. Well, that's all well and good, but let's take a look at some guiding principles. I'm not going to read each one of these, and you can go ahead and you can find them on the website or any place else that Fathom has really mentioned. And that is love, service, integrity, acceptance, respect, support, charity, and family. So I just want to touch on a couple of these that, yes, loving each other and loving ourselves, and loving people to the point where they understand that we care about them is extremely important. Service, doing service in the community, and there are things that we're going to be doing in the next year and 2 years and 3 years locally to do our service and to give back to our community. Integrity, I think this is very important. As a fair housing instructor and as an ethics instructor, I rely on you to have integrity, okay? Because that's, I think, probably the most important part of our business is to have integrity. It's working for our clients, taking care of them, and doing the right thing. Accepting people, accepting our role in the community, accepting our role as far as within the company and with our clients, and accepting people whom we may not agree with, but have the right to their thoughts and ideas and speech. Respect. And that goes with the acceptance, and that is respecting each other, respecting ourselves, respecting our business, respecting our clients, and respecting our role. Support. You know, one of the things that I pride myself on is that and it's not really me, but that our office is very supportive of each other. We work to support each other's goals, housing listings, buyers agencies, things along these lines. But at the same time, keeping ourselves separate and confidential with our clients so that we don't step over some bounds. Charity, doing things for the community, having a servant's heart. And then family, I think that not only our family, as in Fathom, and in these offices, but we have to make sure that our family comes first. They're who we work for. They're who our goal and target is to make a better life. All right. So the leadership in the center is Gail Ayler. Gail is our current district director, and she's also the current state broker. She's also the district director for Richmond, for Fredericksburg, and for Charlottesville. Then I'm the district director, obviously, for Prince William Fairfax office in Warrenton. John May is in the Williamsburg area. Funny thing, John and I grew up in the very same area, only 10 years apart. Tracy Brown is the DD down in Virginia Beach. Uh, and then we've got Deborah Krieger, who is down in Blacksburg area. And hopefully, as we grow up here, and part of that is stuff that something that I want you to help me with, is that we're going to be able to have a district in the far reaches of Fairfax and in the upper and north reaches of Fairfax, and really grow our area. So let's take a look at some local market info. First of all, as I've told many of you, my hours. I work half days, and that's military half days. So it's 9 in the morning to 9 at night. Now, if you need me before 9 in the morning, I need you to send me a text and say, hey, I really need to talk to you, or can I talk to you right at 9, or etc. But I also work until 9 at night. Now, let's be honest about it. If something can wait, I'd rather you wait till the next day. When my phone rings at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, Kathy does this. She looks over like, are you going to take the call? If it can wait, please wait till the next day. Have some appreciation for my time. But if it can't, and there have been occasions where it couldn't, feel free to let me know, hey, I need to talk to you, and I need to talk to you because something that has to happen tonight. All right, so my work hours. Forms and e-signatures. So we have a zip form subscription that I've had probably since around 2003. And so if you have zip forms, we can merge your account into the Fathom one up here. If you use .loop, that's fine. It doesn't matter. People are using Remind. I'm not a real big fan of Remind. It doesn't save signatures, at least not for me. As far as e-signatures, again, .loop, Authenticide, doesn't matter. I routinely and have used for years DocuSign. But I don't know if many of you know, but Virginia Realtors has a contract with SkySlope. And so SkySlope is free, and it has all our documents, and it's e-signature. Now, the documents are not branded to us like I have set up for DocuSign, but it's all free. So you can have DocuSign branded and then upload those like you would in DocuSign or anything else, or Authenticide, into SkySlope for your electronic signature. If you use the other things like .loop, Authenticide, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Email. Occasionally, I have a hiccup and I send you an email from mark@markwerlo.com. That's my client-focused email. The one that I want all the agents to use with Fathom is mwerlo@fathomrealty.com. That allows me to keep clients and you guys separate so that I can deal with each individually and know where my concentration is and not muddy up the waters. Paperwork. Please upload your paperwork within 48 hours of signature completion. Now, I understand there may be times that you don't. What I've seen people do is they hoard all their paperwork and then it hits me all at once. No, as things progress. And oh, by the way, I had one agent who and that was my fault, misunderstood that all these had to be filled out and put in. So they put in as placeholders. No, as things progress. So if you get the listing agreement and you're doing the listing agreement, you're uploading all your residential property, lead-based paint if it applies, all the other stuff, fine. Don't then put things in as placeholders for residential property disclosure signed by both parties. That will come, okay? Also, in addition, in resources, and we'll talk about that in a second, is our affiliated business arrangement forms. You must have those for each and every transaction. You can't not have them. Fathom, as you know, owns, or part of our ownership is a title company, Verus, a mortgage company, Encompass, and then Dagley Insurance is the insurance company. We must disclose that to everybody, whether we tell them to use them or offer to use them or just suggest it, they just need to know. Communication. So the worst thing, I think, one of the worst things is to get bludgeoned by emails, email after email after email. And I try and not do that. So I do one email a week. It's on Monday evenings. And, unless there's something, an overriding need, that's an email that you will get. And it's not every Monday, unless something is important that I need to put out to you. Then if there's nothing important, administratively or whatever, I'm not going to send an email because you don't need another email. Between all my email accounts, I probably get 200 emails a day. And I'm telling you, that's probably a low estimate. You don't need one more email that you have to look at, save, or take action on that you don't need. Okay. The other thing is I have a system to where I can text everybody in the office. And that text is going to be coming from an 855-693-0680. That's the number. So when you see that, don't think, well, that's spam. No, that's me sending out a text to everybody. In addition, I have a way to send out voicemail. And again, that will show, it won't show spam. It'll show unknown, or it'll show something along those lines. And then it'll show my number with the voicemail. Okay. As far as communication, if you need me, call me, text me, etc. I'm going to be really honest with you. I might say 10 minutes, and feel free to call me back when I haven't called you in an hour and go, that's an awful long 10 minutes. I feel bad, but okay, you need to do that if I don't respond to you. And if you hear frustration in my voice, it's not frustration with you, it's frustration with me that I haven't gotten back to you in a timely fashion. One other way to communicate is I will occasionally put surveys out. Please respond to the surveys. It helps me decide what you want for training, or what classes, or ideas for get together, stuff like that. So please respond. IntelliAgent, okay? When we talk about IntelliAgent and Atlas, look in those things first. When you say, well, geez, is there a W9? Let me call Mark. No, take a look in resources in Atlas, or it's IA 2.0, or in Wiki. It's most likely 90% of what you need is going to be in resources that I've put in there, okay? And I put it in there so that you have it handy. You can also go to Wiki for some guidance, Fathom Wiki. But if you have something that you need, look there first, unless it's something, a broker issue, or things along these lines, or I want you to fill something out. But if it's, hey, where's a W9? Geez, let me call. No, look in resources because it's there. Again, if you have any questions, please, I'm asking you to look there, but please, if the answer's not there and you have a concern or a question, please call. I'm happy to answer you. I will get back to you if I don't take your call right away. Sometimes I need a little bit of push, to remind me, but I will. But again, do some research first in Atlas and in Wiki. If it's a broker question and you're really not sure, you go, I don't know whether I should ask Mark or not. You just answered the question. Yes, ask Mark. Okay. I'd rather have you call me and ask a question that I'm thinking, and you and I talk and go, you knew this. This is easy, rather than, holy crap, by the way, we're getting sued, or, I have an irate client, or I'd rather you ask me up front. But I also want all this to be a learning experience. So when I answer a question, at times I get frustrated because I have an agent ask me the same question 4 or 5 times over the year. Well, again, there should be a learning experience, a little bit of support for you. Okay. Again, one of the other things that I want you to do is I want you to join, if you're on Facebook, I want you to request, or at least, and usually I'm sending the invitation out, Nova Agents Fathom Realty. This is another way where I, connect with you guys and put things out, but it's also how you can connect with other agents. You need an open house done, put it on Nova Agents Fathom Realty. You have a buyer looking for a certain type of property, same type of thing. A question, just in general. Okay, so please use that. I'm going to try here in the next, probably beginning in the fall, September or at the last October, to do office hours. And what I mean by that is that I will make sure that everybody knows that on a certain day, I'm either in Occoquan or Warrenton or Kingstown or Herndon. And I won't be there the whole day, but I may say I'm going to be in Occoquan from 12 noon to 3 o'clock on this day. And that way, if anybody in the local area wants to come by and talk, ask questions, etc., I'm there. Okay. And again, this is a way for me to be able to reach out to you and vice versa. Occoquan office there. Warrenton, it may either be at our office in Warrenton at Greater Piedmont Realtors or at a Panera's or something close by. If it's in Kingstown or if it's in Herndon, it's at the Regis that I've signed up for so that you can tell people whether, if people go, well, I'm looking for a local agent. Well, I live in Ashburn. Yeah, but your office is in Occoquan. No, we have a mailbox. We have a facility that's not an office, but it's where I can meet. I'm in Herndon or I'm in Kingstown. Okay. Look, I know that you got into real estate to be realtors, to sell and buy and work with clients. Okay. You didn't get into real estate to be a recruiter. All right. And I'm going to tell you, and I hope I'm not offending anybody, there are a number of companies that I call Amway with dirt. Well, you're a realtor, but the big thing is you've got to recruit. And the more you recruit, the more, man, you don't want to do that. I mean, I know you might want to recruit a little bit, and maybe you don't at all. You're in it to do real estate. However, However, when it comes down to is if you've got an agent that you want to work with, you've got somebody that thinks, would fit great with Fathom, talk to them, turn them over to me, let me know about it. Okay. It's, you get a bonus from Fathom, but I also give you a bonus. And quarterly, I put out, and again, it's in resources, quarterly, I put out my bonus structure. So again, if you work with an agent that you think is really good and you'd like to see them in our office, approach them and then turn it over to me and I'll reach out to them. Office training. So you all know about Fathom Academy. It's a great, great system. It allows us to do virtual sessions, etc. What will also, I allow people to come into the office if I'm doing training there and broadcast it. So you'll have a hybrid, both in class and virtual. And I can post that, and I post the schedule for that training, any of the trainings on Fathom Academy. Once a month, we have BSOF. The last two initials stand for Open Forum. Okay. And we'll have one topic per quarter. And again, that's in Fathom Academy, how to sign up for that, how to do that. We also have some general training, which may be sporadic at times. In other words, when I get topics, etc. If I get guest speakers, or again, this is where surveys come in, or feel free to let me know. But the bottom line to it is when I have training and I'm bringing somebody in, it is absolutely embarrassing to me to have one or two people show up out of 110, 120, whatever we have at the time that the training's going on. So please attend the training. Okay. Now I am going to record it and post it in Fathom Academy, but that doesn't solve the problem of being embarrassed when I bring somebody in and nobody shows up. Again, it's all in Fathom Academy. Look for the training. Go in periodically. I'd say once a week, twice a week. All it does is just go in, take a look, and sign up for any training. Again, like I said, be recorded and I'll post it in Fathom Academy after the training. But I'm open to ideas. If you have ideas or thoughts that what you want done, let me know. And again, one of the ways I do that is through surveys. You can also feel free to invite non-Fathom agents. So there's always a link in there to Zoom training if it's going to be on Zoom, and pretty much everything's going to be either in person and on Zoom or just on Zoom. You can send them that link and they can join. Look, as a real estate instructor, and most of I do a lot of instructing outside of Fathom. I'm in it for the professionalism. So whether that agent comes to join us or not, I'm not worried. What I'm worried about is increasing their professionalism. Speaking of training, I'm a certified NAR instructor. I have my own real estate school. It's called Grant Street Training. And so I'll be instructing through that school a number of different classes. When it comes down to designations and certifications, they all have continuing education. And the ones that, because I did send out a survey, the ones that people are looking at me doing is MRP, Military Relocation Professional, Seller Residential Specialist, which is a 2-day class, ABR, which is a 2-day class. And I'll be doing those in the fall and in the winter, somewheres in there. All right. But again, if you sign up, show up. Listings and buyers. Whenever you have a listing, post it on Facebook, not just Nova Agents Fathom Realty, but put it out there. I hope you all have business pages. Put it out there for other people to see, but make sure it's also in the Nova Agents so that we all can see it. So now some other information. I will, beginning in October, do some business planning if people want to sit down and talk about it. As far as training is also concerned, you need to be familiar with Atlas, be familiar with the marketing options that they have, that we have in Atlas. There's shirts and signs and brochures and flyers and all sorts of stuff. This is also where our CRM is. So make sure that you enter things and put things in the CRM. It's invaluable. And it's also where we have the website and you can manage the website. I am big on learning and growing professionally and personally. So if you don't have an Audible account, sign up for it. It's about $15 a month. And you get credits and you can download audiobooks. And I have a large library. I love listening to it. It's great. And most of what I do is nonfiction. Most of it has a lot to do with business or leadership. But I also do things on history. I love history. But so it's a great option for you. So that's Audible. I also recommend that you do some reading, whether you have hard copy, and I honestly miss having a hard copy book in my hands. But at $30 a copy, I find it financially burdensome to buy it and then to store it. And what if I think the book's crap and now I've spent more money than I really want to, and so I've converted to Nook. So I would recommend that everybody get Nook or Kindle, etc., something, and read. Community. Not only our community, but as Fathom, but our community in general. Okay, so Fathom has a Fathom fund, which some of the money that the company gets is put into a fund to help agents and their families who have a devastating injury or illness or have a tragedy in or a fire, things along these lines, or have fallen on hard times. And there's a committee that looks at this and decides who gets the money and who doesn't. And it's a national committee. In addition, there's a scholarship fund for our teenage youth who have graduated from high school and going into college or community college or a trade school or things along these lines. But as far as community, there's some things that we're going to be coming and doing in the next few months. And in the next years, I'd like to do 2 to 3 projects per year giving back to the community. Now, I'm personally located in North Stafford. That's where I live. The larger of the 2 offices is in Occoquan. So, and my history is within Prince William County. So that's where I've started to set up the first of our charity events. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to put a charity event out in Herndon or out by Warrenton or things along these lines. But again, come to me with some ideas so that we can sit down and talk about that. So we're now down the question and answer period, which is a little difficult since this is being recorded. But I'm gonna send something out so that you can also, if people want to meet and ask me questions or talk, we can do it on Facebook. I'm not Facebook. I'm sorry, on Zoom. So any questions, guys, please feel free to call me or text me or email me. And even if it's that we just set up a Zoom meeting to talk, that's great by me. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope this was beneficial for you. Bye.